I've got this 17-inch Craftsman lawnmower, Rototiller, right there. And when I start it, carburetor needs to be cleaned. The gears are kind of goofy. So this is what it sounds like. So yeah, as soon as you go back to run, it just dies out. So carburetor needs to be cleaned. Under here, there's all sorts of stuff jammed up in here. So essentially just go through and clean it up. So there's two screws right there that were holding the air filter container on. And pop this gas line off here, drain the gas, and then there's two screws back here. That little Torx head, I'll take those off. Wasn't on there very hard. Little orifices in there on the bottom. Little gasket for around the screw. Pretty clean. Thought it would have been worse than that, but we'll see. Doesn't look too bad. Nope. I don't know. Grab some carb cleaner and just clean it out. The bowl didn't look bad. There's nothing really in the bottom there. Little seal there. So yeah, sprayed it down with some carb cleaner. Got all that stuff out, and then I got the little rebuild kit with all the gaskets and everything. So I'm going to go through and pop all that back on. There's got this little rubber gasket, a gasket like seal down in. Oh, this little hole right there. It's a bugger to get out. There's a bunch of junk jammed down in there, so get the air compressor on, blow it out a little. So there's some crud on here from the previous gasket. It's going to take some sandpaper. Light sandpaper, just going to knock down any of the high spots. I'm not like super concerned about it. It's not a big motor, but just knocking down any kind of the high spots I might have. Blown out. Scotch Brite, just trying to knock down some of the big spots. When the gasket goes back on, it'll be fine. Feels alright. And I'm going to do the same thing for this. There's like a little chunk right there. Wipe that down a little. Blow it out and just get it ready to put back on. So there's all the old gaskets and whatnot. Little pin to hold the float on, gasket for the bottom of the bowl, and the jet. So we got all new stuff, so we'll put them on now. So I got like a piece of TIG rod here, and like the end of it is kind of smooth. It comes from the factory. I'm going to take that TIG rod and pop that little red rubber gasket back down this little hole here. Let's see if I can't have some luck here. Goes down that one right there. Oop. Alright. Without trying to damage anything. Perfect. Without scratching the walls or anything, but it went right down in there. Perfect. The jet goes like so in there, so it sits like that. Now you put it back in. Put our pin back in. Like so. Doot, 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 doot. So everything functions. It's clean. We put the cap back on now. Like so. Put the old gasket back on around here. Doot. Screw this back on. Tighten it down. Nothing super tight, but firm. Good. So, one clean carburetor, and then we'll pop all these gaskets and everything back on. Thought I stripped it, but I didn't. Thank goodness. I really dislike working on motors, but it's one of those things. I'm not going to pay somebody else big bucks to do something simple like that, like what took me half an hour. So and they're pretty tight. Snug them up a little bit. Yep. So we got that little hook thing back on there. And now this little spring is being pruned. There we go. Doot. Good. All right. Alright, there. Screw that back down. Snug it up. Go grab some gas, fill it up, and see what it does. Alrighty. Well, let's put some better gas in there. Turn the gas on. Not seeing any leaks over here out of the bowl or anything. Or from that gas line that I was kind of wondering about. This cable here broke up by the handle, so my fast and slow doesn't work. That fast and slow, that snapped, but all it does, I mean, I just do it by hand right here, so that's all the way on fast, or high rev. So gas is on. Gas is on. Choke is on. Give it a yank. It turned over. Cool. Well, I'm not seeing any leaks. Gas. And it's, you know, I mean, I can have it on full, just run, not like all the way on choke, like I had to have it before. So, yeah. It was like $200, $250 to take it down to this one dude. And it was $40 for the little rebuild kit, which I think I probably should have just bought the jet only for, you know, $5 would have been better off. But now I can just yeah, just kind of do a little tune-up. For some reason there was something wrong, hokey with the gears, so maybe I'll do that in another video. So yeah, I pulled all the, well, there's just a bunch of grass, and then there's a piece of baling twine in there, so yeah, I just pulled all that off. So when I got it started, and went through all the gears, and nothing was really wrong with the gears. So I just pulled all that baling twine off, then got a new belt for here. That one was worn out, and I think that was just that was the only problem. So all good. Oh, hello. Yeah, I just got done cleaning the carburetor on that 17-inch rototiller, and the jet was kind of gummed up a little bit. And I called the local small engine repairman, and they wanted like $200, $250 to repair the carburetor. And I just told them I'll just take a look at it myself. I mean, it's the middle of the winter too, so I don't know what. It can't be that busy with stuff. So I just imagine he's going to get busier during when it gets closer to springtime. But so yeah, for about I don't know, 2 hours worth of work, and it was $40 for that little gasket set. I mean, I saved myself $250. I mean, time to take it down there, and so all good.